Hello, Soul Sisters. This is Madiha reporting love from Bali, where we have recently moved back to the island of the gods and goddesses, or so they call it. After amazing feedback on the last video about beauty, I thought to share with you some insights I have had about this topic that seems to be very present and important in our field as women. And today I wanted to share with you something I call the 7 layers of beauty. And the reason I call it that is because I've realized that beauty is not a monotonous thing. It's not a thing that you can kind of hack by just understanding one thing like fashion or face care or this or that. Beauty is a multi-layered, multi-dimensional experience of life that we can deepen and dive more richly into when we start to understand really what's going on there. So today I hope to give you 7 layers of beauty that would help you tap into deeper layers of your own beauty. And to start, I would like to share by the first layer of beauty, which is the layer we usually talk about when we talk about beauty, which is physical beauty, external beauty, material beauty. It's the kind of beauty you can really cultivate by taking care of your skin and your body and your clothes and your face, and really making sure that what others perceive or see with their eyes is enjoyable, beautiful, harmonious, aesthetically pleasing. And so this is the layer that most people usually stop at. But today I want to take us deeper. The second layer of beauty that I wanted to share with you today is the layer of personality. You know, when you meet somebody whose personality is super interesting, super adventurous, super quirky, super passionate, all these aspects of a personality that actually just by knowing them deeper and deeper through their personality, then you get to see deeper layers of their beauty. Somebody that might be very average on the external level, or even not very attractive on the external level, starts to become more beautiful because their personality, it's not necessarily their identity, but it's kind of like their uniqueness, their way of relating to the world, of living in the world. There's something deeper in their personality that makes you see them as more beautiful. So this is the second layer of beauty. You've probably noticed it in your friends and people you know. Alarm. All right. And this is a really important thing, because really beauty is not something you can buy or purchase or put a mask and appear to be beautiful. You can appear with the first layer again, but once we start diving deeper, this is not something you can buy. This is something you become. This is about your becoming and embodying more beauty. So start to focus on your own personality and start to see the beauty of your own personality so that you can really start to tap into deeper parts of your beauty. The third layer of beauty is the beauty of actions, behavior, how you relate to others, behave with others. For example, qualities like kindness or generosity. I'm sure you've all met somebody who just strikes you with the level of generosity or kindness in their heart. And this activates, awakens, relates, communicates a way deeper layer and level of beauty than somebody who's just physical on the outside. And maybe think of someone that you consider beautiful on that level, the level of deep admiration that you look at them with when you see them behaving with other people, how they treat other people, how they treat their employees, how they treat people, strangers they've just met. And so this way of moving in the world, this grace, this beauty, also becomes more and more remarkable when you start to notice it in the world, that you're not just judging against someone because their nose is pretty, but really noticing how they behave and act with others. And that brings us to the fourth layer of beauty that I wanted to talk about today, which is how this person makes you feel. What is their level of impact in the world, their service? What do they bring? Layer 3 is more about qualities, kindness, generosity. Layer 4 is a bit more substantial. Somebody who is creating orphanages, serving the world, creating really important projects for humanity. Somebody who makes you feel seen or whole or supported. This kind of impact that someone has on the people around them and how they feel. So next time you look at someone and you wonder about their beauty, wonder about how they make you feel. Do they make you feel important? Do they make you feel seen, heard, celebrated? This layer of beauty is something you can cultivate in yourself, because the more you make the people around you feel safe and valuable and beautiful, then the more you will be seen as beautiful, because that's just kind of the nature of being human. We judge things or relate to things or see things by how they make us feel. So if you're making the people around you feel light, feel safe, feel happy, feel excited about life, then this is going to reflect on how beautiful they see you and how beautiful you see yourself, because you will be feeling and activating and tuning in with your own inner beauty. Because that level of service and making people feel around you, it comes from you being able to feel that around yourself, you being able to feel in the first place. And that's why I'm always reminding us in this channel, in this community, in this world, that feeling is at the core of it all. And if we have forgotten feeling, if we've become robots on social media and with the online work and all of this, then we've forgotten a big part of our humanity. And feeling is not as simple as I feel good, I feel sad, or this or that. Feeling is a deep, deep process. Feeling is not about feeling good or bad or those more simplistic ways of describing feelings. Feeling is a compass. Feeling is hundreds and hundreds of layers inside your heart of depth, of meaning, of value. And so connecting with this space inside you is a really important and meaningful way to be able to awaken that in people around you. Now, layer 5 is one I particularly notice and love in the world, which is the beauty of babies, or the beauty that babies carry. It's the innocence, the joy, the happiness. It's somebody whose cup is full. It's somebody who really is connected with the source of life inside them, the source of joy inside them, the source of sunshine inside them, and that just radiates. That's why I love babies, and probably you do too, because they have this 5th layer of beauty, which is the beauty of innocence, of things just being so equal on the inside and the outside, of their presence and their joy, and this bliss effect is so powerful that you are reaching deeper and deeper layers of beauty and joy and activation when you are connecting with this layer of beauty inside yourself and in people around you. So notice babies more. Tune into their frequency, their vibration. I remember after quitting my job many, many years ago, I ended up working in a conscious kindergarten. And that was the best job I ever had, hands down. I was just spending most of my day with children and babies, and just being in their field, you can't help but be happy. Just being in their field, you can't help but remember what it really means to be alive and human. And that joy is just so contagious around children, and even the sound of their laughter. There's one guy, I think his name is Emoto, I forgot his name. He studies water and the effect of water on our system, on our bodies, on our emotion. And one of the studies he did, he put the sound of laughter, of babies' laughter, on water, and he found how healing and heart-opening this frequency was for people who drank that water. So next time you're around babies or children, try and tap into your own inner child, your own inner innocence, your own inner joy. And the more you can be really tapped into that frequency, you will shine this even deeper level of beauty, which is the beauty of babies, the beauty of innocence, the beauty of joy. And so I told you we're going to be diving deep today, and this is the 5th layer. My nails need doing. Whoa. Now for the 6th layer of beauty, which is the beauty of soul authenticity. The beauty of somebody who is connected with their soul and aligned with their soul, not just with their friends or their relationships or their parents, but with their life and with themselves. Authenticity is one of the deepest layers of beauty you will ever find, because authenticity means permission, or authenticity gives permission. And so the more you are embodying your authentic nature, which means you don't always have to have that happy, bubbly innocence, right? This is going deeper. This means when you're feeling deeply, you cry in front of someone. When you're moved by something in the world, you express it. When you feel to dance, you're going to a show and you feel like moving your body, you move your body. This means listening. This level of beauty, of authenticity, means listening to the world and listening to your own heart. This level of beauty comes from you being so connected with your intuition and your inner compass that every moment is a new discovery, a new form of expression, a new layering of life. And I'm sure you've met that person. Probably for me, Ihab is an embodiment of this kind of authenticity, of a person who's so connected to their soul that the deepest layers of beauty are felt and seen. And for me, he is the most beautiful person I have ever met, hands down, because he contains all those layers. So again, these layers are not in competition. It's not like, oh, you have authenticity, you're more beautiful than the person who only has personality. Well, the first thing is that they're all kind of interconnected, right? You can't really separate them from one another. And they have different times for each level of beauty. And you have different charges and different desires at different times of your life. So it's not about comparing or competing, but really trying to see almost how many of these can I embrace in my own life, in my own beauty, in seeing my own beauty. And that brings me to the last and seventh layer of beauty that I wanted to talk about today, which is the level of divine connection, of oneness, where you know that you are connected to the source of all life, to the source of all light, to the pure essence that you are. And in that level of beauty, when you're looking around the world, you're just seeing mirrors of yourself, versions of yourself, journeys of yourself. And from this layer of beauty, I am here talking to you because I am you. This level of oneness is the deepest level of beauty we can tap into because it sees beauty in everything. Can you see beauty in everything? That's the deepest level of beauty you can awaken, because when you start to see it in everything in the world, you will also start to see it in everything in you, including your shadows, including your weaknesses, your limitations, the times where you fuck up. This is a beauty that is all embracing. This is a beauty that holds you in your wholeness. And this is the deepest layer of beauty I have tapped into so far. Perhaps there's a million more layers, and I'm sure there is. Just like the heart with its millions and millions of layers, there are millions and millions of layers of beauty, because beauty is the frequency of harmony, of things being in alignment. And so today I just wanted to start to open up this conversation on deeper levels, because that's what we're into on this channel, the Awakened Woman channel. It's taking things that kind of society has simplified on the outside, and while we keep them simple and accessible for everyone, we also go into deeper layers, almost like diving into the ocean, diving into the sea, and knowing how deep you can go within yourself, within the world, within your own experience of love and beauty and connection. And so eventually what this video about beauty comes down to is you seeing your own beauty. That's it. See your own beauty. Notice not just your physical beauty, but your personality and your authenticity and your courage and your gentleness and what you serve the world, the love that you bring to everything you do, and how people feel around you. And all these layers of beauty are manifestations of how beautiful you are. And today I wanted to remind you that you are so beautiful. And also to remind myself, because we all need to remember that, not just once in a while, but every day, because beauty is life and beauty is the way. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to share it with a friend and subscribe to my channel so we can stay in touch and stay inspired and stay connected in this beautiful and growing community of awakened women in the Arab world. Now, today I also have a very special announcement to make, which is that my initiation, the Awakened Woman initiation, is soon launching on May 21st. Stay tuned, stay in. You can drop me your email below so that you can be the first to hear about the details of the program. Now, today I talked about beauty. Of course, these are all things that we can do on our own. You don't need me to go and activate and awaken beauty inside yourself. And one thing I've learned in life is that it's not a bad thing to ask for help. It's not a bad thing to seek support. And so what I've created through the Awakened Woman initiation is a container of support, of guidance, of initiation, so that women can tap into these deeper levels of beauty, of love, of freedom, of joy. And one comment and one piece of feedback that I've gotten year after year after year from people is that people start to notice that they become more beautiful. So they keep sharing, people are noticing I'm becoming more beautiful. I don't know why that is. Because they haven't changed anything in their look. They haven't changed anything on the outside, but their insides are changing. Their insides are aligning. Their joy is being activated by just becoming more of themselves. And so if this is something that calls to you, please, please, please don't forget to leave me your email so that you can be the first to hear. Again, I already said that, but I don't want you to miss this chance because this initiation happens only one time a year because I go so deep and so intense and offer all of myself and my energy for the period of those 5 weeks that I can only do it once a year. So if this interests you, drop me your comment, drop me your email, and I'll see you again next week. I send you love. Let me show you around this beautiful Bali space. All the elements. Mama Nature.